Hey there, I'm Foggy. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Sickle hand accessory for the Marvel Legends Carnage figure. Make sure you stay tuned to the end in order to see the final results, as well as some bonus accessories that I made along the way. I was able to achieve articulation and swivel by bending a small loop at the very end of the wire in order to get it to fit into the peg hole. It will stretch out the peg hole just a little bit. The original hand will still be able to fit in there, it just might be a little loose, so be aware before you try this project at home. Let's get Carnage into a nice little sitting position. Now onto the bend. All you're going to need to achieve this little eye hook look is some 8-inch lineman pliers and some 17 gauge fence wire. Bend the tip of the wire the length of the peg. Next, you're going to need some red colored hot glue, and try to use a low heat setting if you have one. If not, just take your time. Be careful, hot glue can lead to burns. You're going to coat the wire very carefully and slowly. It is all sped up here to give you the full effect, but I did take my time with each little strand I would put there and give it a second to cool before I kept adding more. You're going to build up slowly to get a desired effect and look, but you also want to keep in mind to keep it a little light so that it doesn't topple the figure over when you go to stand them. Next, we're going to be connecting the handle to the tip of the blade. I went without a wire in this in order to keep it flexible and to keep it light. I recommend using parchment paper so that the glue doesn't stick, but you have to remember to do both sides in order to maintain a rounded look to everything. Here I'm just letting the hot glue drizzle across in order to give me a base for support to add more hot glue a little later, and to also shape the blade to more of a sickle look. You can also use the hot tip of the hot glue gun in order to smooth things out and to get things to blend a little better. Now that the base is completed, we can move on to the next step, which is going to be covering the arm in parchment paper so that the hot glue doesn't damage the figure at all. Taking the looped end and putting it into the peg hole. Nice and easy. And then we're going to mold some hot glue around the base up the arm in order to give it a little bit more stability and to hide the wire. At this step, I typically will use a lighter to kind of get rid of any excess hairs that are caused by the hot glue gun. And now I'm going to do a little test fitting. See how it looks, see how it poses, see how the light reflects off of it, and to check to see if there's any spots that I might have missed. Once satisfied with the base model, we're going to add some detail work using some black colored hot glue this time. As you can see here, I decided to go a little ham. I made some tentacles for Venom, as well as a backpack tentacle system for Carnage, using some red and black colored hot glue. And now a closer look at those accessories. First up, the sickle. The black detailing just pulls it all together. The articulation's on point, it's sturdy, and it's not too heavy. I have found that out of 3 attempts, this is the best result that I have achieved yet. Peg is hidden very well, so you could also use this as a in-hand weapon. Next up is Carnage's backpack with articulated tentacles. It snaps onto his back. I used some parchment paper over the hole that's already there and just added some red and black colored hot glue while I was also working on the accessory for Venom so that I would get that mixture of red and black. All the tentacles are posable. Since I was only using one hot glue gun, I found that if I had to use black and red, I would have to work on something else. So that led to the creation of Venom's arm web shooter thingy. Kind of just threw this together using some leftover wire from the Carnage Sickle project. These tentacles are also posable, and they slip around Venom's hand so that it can just be applied to the arm without having to put anything into the peg hole. Last but not least is a mace for Carnage's tentacles, a little add-on for variety. And there you have it, all new accessory upgrades for Venom and Carnage. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a safe and wonderful day. Might as well subscribe if you're still here. Or not, you do you.